So the first step is we're gonna loosen the lug nuts while the car is still on the ground, and then we're gonna jack it up with a jack and a jack stand. Let's go. We're gonna make sure the car is in gear and the parking brake is engaged, since we're gonna work with the front brakes. So let's go. You should also put bump stops under the back tires. Be sure to park under a flat surface. Now let's jack up the car. Let's start by removing this container spring clip here. I'm gonna take a screwdriver and I'm gonna gently pry here. As you see, easy peasy, went off. And now we're gonna remove two bolts back here. They're located behind this rubber. It's for the sliding pins. One here under as well. There is a plastic cap that we will have to remove. You can use a small screwdriver or use your finger. Like that. Allen key number 7. And as you see here, we have the sliding pins. We're gonna clean them off and then we're gonna reuse them and we're gonna grease them up again. Now the caliper is loose. We can just push it out with any tool that we would like to, or just by hands. Gonna wiggle it out just like that. As you see. And now before we press this caliper in, we're gonna pop the hood and we're gonna open the brake fluid container, so like it gets easier to push this in. We're gonna leave this open for now. Since these are like front brakes, we don't have to use a tool to wind this in. We can just like push it, so we can use anything that we got. I recommend like just using a big plier and pressing on the old pad like this, or you could use like a push tool and just push it in as well. I'm gonna use a brake tool to push it in. Like this one is just flat, so I just wanna, you know, press it in, because these brake pads were so worn that like they came out too much. And this tool, I don't have a big plier, but like as I said before, if you have a big plier, you can just push like this, but I don't have it, so I'm just gonna use this. And as you see now, the piston is retracted. Let's remove the braking pad. You should check like this braking bracket before you remove your pads. Like some of them have metal holders here that sit in a certain way, so like you should just remove them and install them the same way. We're gonna remove this bracket and we're gonna clean it up, and then we're gonna remove the disc. We got a 15 socket here. We got 2 bolts, one here up, one down below. We're gonna use a breaker bar. Nice and easy. Now we're gonna swap the breaker bar to a ratchet. And here we have the pad holder. We're gonna clean the holding surfaces for the braking pads. use a wire brush. Now we're gonna remove the disc. The thing is, this disc is loose, so I can just remove it by hand. This disc doesn't have any bolt or screw that holds it, so basically you can just remove it by hand, but usually they get rusted like beneath here, so they will be hard to remove. So use a sledgehammer and just hit it a couple of times and it will get loose. And now we're gonna clean this surface as well with a wire brush. So let's install the new rotor or disc. We're gonna put it on and then we're gonna put a lug nut to hold it in place while we're installing the rest of the things. Also, you should clean the new disc brake or the rotor after installing it, because it has like a oil cover for rust at the moment, so you should clean it off. As you see, I put a lug nut just to hold it in place since it doesn't have any security screw. So yeah guys, that's basically like how you change the front brakes. We're just gonna assemble everything back now as the same way that we removed it. So now, before installing the brake pads and the brake caliper, we're gonna make sure our slide pins are clean, and then we're gonna lube them with some fat, and we're also gonna put a little bit of lubrication on the braking pads where they sit here. So like on the surfaces here, we're gonna put a little bit of lubrication. Let's go. So on this caliper, the first braking pad you push in, I'm gonna show y'all. It has like a spring here, you push it in like this, both hands, easy peasy. And now we're gonna lube up the sides here. Don't let any lubrication get on the pads, but here on the sides. Now let's lubricate these slide pins and put them back in their place, and the caliper is secure. And then let's not forget about the retaining clip. And that's, guys, is how you change your brakes in the middle of the winter. It's finished now, as you see. Thick pads, everything screwed back together. So basically what you needed for this specific car, this was a Volvo V50, it's the same on Fords as well. I needed a 15mm socket for the brake pad bracket, and I needed a 7 Allen key for the sliding pins, and just like some tool, like anything. Like you could use like a big plier to retrain the piston, or you could use like a real brake tool, like anything that you have. And don't forget to remove the brake fluid container cap. It makes it easier. So the last step is to press the brake pedal a couple of times to make sure the caliper goes out, because we pressed it in. And now you're good to drive. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you. If you like my videos, make sure to subscribe. See you guys.